Hello, guys. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far, wherever you guys are. You might have already know that I have a very wonderful lady today will be sharing the screen with me. She is an inspiration to lot of people out there right now because the work she is doing right now professionally, it's it's one of the scariest job right now because she's a nurse and she is into an healthcare work. So as we are going through this pandemic and the madness of the virus, these are the people, those who are the frontline workers. But that was the one reason I wanted to have her on this live session today. And the other thing is, I want to talk to her is about the journey of her being from nurse to an online entrepreneur. How she managed to do this both work and both things at the same time, and how she managed to get into this online presence even though she been into a full-time work, and why she chose to be an online entrepreneur. So we're going to find out from her. Okay. And whenever I speak to her, whenever I'm talking to her, whether it's a Zoom call or whether anywhere, it's fun. We always joke around, we always have fun. We were just on a Zoom call 10 minutes before with our team, and we were having a blast. So I won't waste much time. Let's get her on board and ask her how she is doing all this, you know. So let me have her. Hello, Sewit. How are you?
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm absolutely fine. So I was just telling everyone about your journey and what you're doing. And as you know, that the main reason I ask you to come here is just because of the work you are doing right now, you know,
Mm.
not because of you being an online entrepreneur, because you are already doing good on that part. But I would like you to share about the struggles and about the stress you are going through as an healthcare worker right now because of this pandemic and the madness we are going through. We're getting a lot of people joining in. So Sita, Yasmin, Roshan, and Sophia, hello everyone.
Hi,
So
guys.
before I start shooting questions, can you briefly tell everyone about yourself, where you are from, and how you come into this world? How you were able to come into the online world, and what was your reason to choose being a healthcare worker?
Okay. I guess my name is Sewit, and as you've already mentioned, my background is nursing. I've been a nurse for close to 20 years. And the nursing that I have chosen to do is what a lot of people dread. It's aged care nursing.
Yeah.
That's what I tackle on a day-to-day basis. Um, so that's 18 years of my life. In between, there's kids and all of that come along as in the puzzle as well. Yeah, I've got two kids at home, and I work full time. Why did I choose to have something else as a profession, as an entrepreneur? It's probably because I've learned throughout my life, I've learned that you always need to have plan B in place.
Yeah.
Um, I've always been told, even growing up, with my mom and dad, I've always been told, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly that.
Because I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. When people are losing their jobs, I haven't lost mine. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. and I won't forget that. But I want to have more. I want the opportunity. If anything can happen, I might walk in tomorrow and be told there is no work for you. If that's the case, I don't want to be in a crisis mode. So
Yeah.
you've always to think in advance, and your, I guess, the way you think when you have kids is different to what the way I think now. Now that I've got two children, I've got a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old,
Okay.
is different to what it was when I was by myself and single.
Exactly.
You could eat a slice of bread and you'll be fine for the day before you had kids.
Absolutely right.
But now, guess what? You've got to start thinking of what happens if I drop dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to my kids? How are they going to survive?
Exactly right.
So that's the reason I needed. I'm a nurse. I'm what you call a middle manager as well.
Okay.
I needed the flexibility and the job that did not require me to be there. That's what I was heading for when I was eyeing for, being an entrepreneur, basically something that could work for me when I'm sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Um, I wanted to rely on technology and social media because that's where we all are 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it had to fit my lifestyle. It had to fit the job I did. I can't, I mean, I could easily go get a second job, but that means me being away from my kids for 16, 20 hours a day, and I won't do that either.
Absolutely
So
right.
that is why I decided to join the online business. Am I glad I've done it? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the best thing I've done for myself.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Now, Sewit, you are absolutely right. The life change when the circumstances change around you. You spoke about having a kids, having a family. It also, this all changes comes with an responsibility. And to fulfill those responsibility, you have to sometime look for change. And look for different you have to have a different perspective towards life, that how you can bring more money into the house, how you can have a bigger house for your family, and all that stuff. Now, when you had, because you are still into a healthcare work right now, you haven't left that job, but do you think that from being a healthcare worker to an online business owner and an entrepreneur was a big task for you, you know to switch it on? Or because a lot of people, nowadays I come across, they say, hey, I'm into a 9 to 5 job, and I am into an full-time job, I don't get time. And your job right now, because I know you told me that you are working almost 14 to 16 hours a day right now, because you got a lot of workload right now because of the coronavirus. So how do you manage to focus on this online business when you are already spending 16 hours at work?
Just like setting up any business, whether it's a coffee shop or McDonald's or whatever it is, the first couple of weeks is always a task on its own, right? So you need to give it dedication and you need to put time in it and effort in it. um uh, but that's when it's up and running, it's up and running, right? It's after that it just becomes an issue of you need to just monitor it, you just need to put a bit of salt and pepper on it, to
Yeah,
just make sure everything is on track.
right.
um
Yeah.
so I can't tell you, and that's why I chose this, right? It's because I'm already working long hours. um and it's not something, when I am doing an online business, it means I'm not spending another 6 hours after I come home from work.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's already up, it's running, it's doing its its own work for me. I'm really maybe spending an extra hour or two here and there. Yeah. So, and It's not gonna, just because I'm sitting at home and the kids are jumping on my head.
Yeah,
um it's not like a boss is going to tell you you haven't got a job anymore. You're your own boss.
exactly right.
So you've got those benefits. The rest is up to you as an individual. um if you I'm not the sort of person who sleeps 100 hours a day.
Yeah,
um so I, on top of running the online business, just for the sake of it, I do read books and things like that to see how I can make it better.
exactly right.
Because long term plan is, yes, I'm not going to work in nursing till I'm 80 and 90 years old.
Exactly
So I
right.
do want to be in a position where one day I'm going to say, look, as much as I love what I'm doing, maybe I will go part time and do 1 or 2 days,
Yeah,
for the love of it. And the rest will be enjoying my family, my kids, while they're still young. I don't
yeah.
think my kids are going to want to see me when they're 20 and 30. So I want to enjoy them while they still want to me.
Once they are 20, when they goes into their 20s, they don't want to be around parents. They want to be
Exactly.
around their friends, you know.
Exactly. So let me enjoy them while I can.
Exactly
That's
right,
the plan.
exactly right.
That's the plan.
And you made a right point. Uh, do you think that the time we are in right now, and the phase we are going through right now, this is the right opportunity for people to start looking into something online?
Absolutely. Because you have more time on your hands right now to play around, to flick things on, flick things off.
Yeah,
Now's the time to do it, if any. When I did it, let me tell you, it was crazy, crazy times when I first started it. Um, so now is a really good time, especially if you're going to be at home, long hours. Um, this is a good thing to do. Look into it by all means. And generally in life, the world is going in a direction of online. Our shopping is done online. It's pickup, it's delivery.
mm,
Um, Everything we think and do, it's on our phone. It's on our laptop. You
exactly
know,
right.
like I look at my kids and the way they go to school. It's online. The homeworks are submitted online. Um, what more are you waiting for? When if you're gonna catch something early, catch it now.
Mm,
Don't wait for anything else. And like I said, look for plan B. What is plan B for you? Is it only working Monday to Friday, or 9 to 5?
yeah,
um what else are you going to do? You need to start thinking along those lines. It might
exactly
be cooking for yourself, it might be whatever, but just do something else.
right. Mm. And Sewit,
That's the
how you came across to this business? How you found out about this opportunity?
um I actually picked it up myself. Look, in the at the back of my mind, I've always been business minded. Okay, whether it means selling eggs, whatever, I've always been business minded. So I'm the sort of person who looks for other things to do apart from my normal day-to-day grind.
Yeah.
When I came across this, it was an ad that I saw that attracted me, on Facebook.
Okay.
It popped up, just like anything else. It was basically telling me about another family that was doing the same thing. They were talking about, because they're doing this, they're spending more time with their family.
Yeah.
They're working from home. They don't have to wake up to the alarm clock, and it attracted me to it.
Hmm.
Um, I can't wake up to the alarm much longer.
I think it's with
Long.
everyone.
So that's what got me in. That's when I started inquiring and asking questions. What is this about? How is it done? What do I need to do?
Do yeah.
All the ifs and the buts. Yeah. And yeah, look, it's definitely been the right move for me and my family.
I got a question for you from Kaddi, and um, he's from Melbourne, and he's asking that how long you been into this business?
I've been doing it for now 6 months.
6 months. And in 6 months, what changes have you seen in yourself, in financially or anything, whatever you want to share? What changes have you seen?
Look, you grow as a person.
Yeah.
not just in terms of age, but in terms of your knowledge.
Knowledge. Yeah.
Uh, I have, my friend, I've gone from giving needles to discovering the social media forums,
Yeah.
which I was already on it, but I've just learned there's a few more functions I can use now.
Exactly.
That's two. Financially, it gives me a bit more freedom,
Yeah.
to work on my savings account, I guess. Um,
Exactly.
that's what's happening, and I'm seeing more and more sort of changes every day, as well. So that,
And
and can I say,
yeah.
it's so nice to working with the group of people that I do work, and Jackie, you're one of them,
Thank.
because it's a lot of fun. We're very much like-minded in terms of what we do, what we say, how we want to go forward.
Exactly.
So it's nice to meet people, who are not jealous of each other. I guess we're happy for each other's
Yeah.
success. And I've met some fantastic people in Australia and all over the world. So
Well,
it's
yeah.
been great.
And
It's
that's
been
what
great.
I love about this business. You meet so many people around the world, and you connect to few people which are we are just like you. Those who are just like you, they think like you, they want to achieve results in the business what you want to achieve, and all that stuff. Now, Sevit, do you want to tell people what kind of, like, what social platform do we leverage when we work on this business? Like, a lot of people only think that we are only stuck to Facebook. So what are the other platforms you are using and you are learning about to grow your business?
Look, I use Facebook by all means, but apart from Facebook, I spend a lot of time on Google's. I spend a lot of time on Instagram. There's Pinterest these days. There's a lot of platforms that I use and discover. I've got a lot of apps on my phone. I'm always flicking now, and before I used to read a lot of novels and fictions. Now I'm actually
Personal development.
reading stories about other entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so there's lots of different social medias. If you don't like one, then you know not everything is going to be everyone's favorite. You don't
exactly,
like one, guess what? You switch on to something else. You never
exactly,
know. We might, in doing this and the way we discover social media, yes, Jackie, I don't know, maybe one of us one day is going to discover our own social media platform. So
or our
we'll
own
see how it
social
goes.
platform. Yeah, we will be the next Mark
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
but you can switch and go.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, we spoke about the business, and let's come to your healthcare work, because I want you to share the insight and your viewpoint about being a healthcare worker and what you are going through personally, mentally, because we've been talking about this on our Zoom call just today, about some incident or something. Do you want to share openly about it over here and advise people about something which might they don't know, because you seeing it every day in day out, people
Um,
suffering from the virus, or the people,
look,
your colleagues, those who are working with you, they are going through the stress, the depression or anxiety because of the workload.
um, when coronavirus first hit, it was definitely a shock, and I
Yeah,
think to some extent it's still a shock to everyone. But to us in the health sector, look, we didn't know what we were dealing with. Um, Now, a couple of weeks in, look, we're probably better because we know what we're looking at, we know what we're dealing with. There's some strategies in place, whether it's social distancing and things. So it's better for me personally. I guess my challenges is when I go to work, it's just another day at work.
Mm.
It's no different to what you have to do, whether it was another disease or even coronavirus. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's what we signed up for. It's just another day at work.
Exactly right.
Yeah. But when remember, at the end of the day, when my work is done, um, that's when now you take your hat off from being a nurse to becoming a mother,
Mother.
becoming a wife, becoming a daughter. That's when the challenge probably starts, because I have to make sure that when I do leave work, I am safe, and I do not, if I have picked up anything,
Mm.
I do not want to be in a position where I give it to my family.
Yes.
Okay, because at home I've got young siblings, and I've also got an elderly mother who lives with me.
Yeah.
Um, so that's the sort of things that sort of I have to be wary of. Look, I'm generally strong-minded, so I'm like, what I tend to do, for example, and a lot of us in the health sector, what we tend to do is we actually change our clothes. Um, we put our clothes in plastic bags so that it's not contaminating anything else before we leave work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the rules at my house is, as soon as I get home, nobody can even talk to me or anything until I have a shower. So
Okay.
those are the challenges that you do face when you come out of work in the real world. But when you're at work, it's another day. It's another day at work. It's another patient you have to look after. You know, you just continue and soldier on.
Yeah. But you always, you when you leave work, you back, back of your head, back of your mind, you might be always have that fear, that because with this virus, the symptoms are coming after 4 days, not straight away. So, and you are at work every day.
You know what, Jackie?
Yeah.
You can only have that for 1, 2 days. If you not continue having that fear, like, you can't, you just cannot, because it's absolutely cruel for you, to yourself. You're going to be really cruel to yourself if
Yeah.
you continue having that. You just need to face up your struggles. You need to do
Yeah.
what you can. Don't take shortcuts. Do the right thing. Wear your gloves, wear your masks and all of that. And look, Australia is probably one of the lucky countries.
Exactly
We've got
right.
all
Yeah.
the equipments that we do need.
Yeah.
um, and just you just continue doing what you need to do. But other than that, no, you don't have any fear, because if it's not coronavirus, let me tell you, tomorrow, now, by the way, let me tell you, I'm lucky that I'm still surviving and I'm still alive. Okay. Being an African, being a person who's worked in NGOs in the past, and in other countries, I've now worked in an area which had Ebola.
Yeah.
I've worked under when we had the HIV epidemic,
Yeah.
um, and now we're seeing coronavirus. Now, if you get to the point in life where you're going to wake up and fear things, my friend, you're going to probably stay home and sleep the whole day.
Mm.
You just have to know more about what you're dealing with.
Mm.
You just have to, if you read, listen to what experts are saying. We've got an infectious disease team that gives us advice on a day-to-day basis of what the best practices are.
Yeah.
And continue, and just continue, and just, I mean, none of us are going to be avoiding death. It's going to
Absolutely.
catch us one way or another,
Yeah.
but you just have to
Be
do what you
careful.
need to do,
Yeah.
and continue with that. And you
Absolutely.
know what? I can't afford to have that sort of fear, Jackie, because I've got kids to raise.
Exactly right.
If I teach my kids to be scared, it's going to be a cruel, cruel world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you are absolutely right. Absolutely right. And that's what I always talk about. Do not let fear dominate you. Whether you're dominating your decisions, whether dominating your actions. Do not let them dominate yourself, because fear
Mm.
is also a part of our life. And we just wanna learn how to deal with fear, and how to overcome those fears. That's what it is all about. Now, Savit, we
Yes.
uh, you just mentioned that you also been involved into an NGO before, you know, in so is that was it was before getting into healthcare work, or it was same time you were doing NGO work as well?
No, this is the different times, but still within the health. I was based in around the East Africa and Uganda, where I was working with HIV. But that was, I'm going back now, 15 years, or not even 10 years or so when I did that. Um,
That's really amazing, being a social
Look,
worker.
you just have to have a bigger
Yeah,
picture in life wherever you go.
yeah. And that's amazing,
I'm losing
working.
you now, Jack. You're cracking.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
It's breaking up. I'm struggling to hear you, but go on. I can
Yeah,
hear you now. Yeah.
yeah. I was just mentioning about being an NGO worker, then healthcare worker, what you are doing, being a nurse, and now an online business owner. So, do you when you started this online, when you made a decision that yeah, I want to do this business online, you know for my side income or for freedom moving forward, what you just said, that you do not want to work in the healthcare sector all your life. Obviously you need to have something on the side which can secure you financially, mentally, and physically, you know so in those 6 months, in last 6 months being an online entrepreneur, which fear or which hurdles you have to overcome, to do this business online? What was the one thing you
I
were
had
scared of?
um the first fear that I had to overcome was the first one. Am I taking the right step forward?
Uh,
Um, am I gonna make it
mm,
or break it? Was basically the first question that I had to sort of, go get over. And
yeah,
when I mean get over, it's not just in my head, but then I had to also discuss the same thing with my husband.
yeah.
Um, so that was the first hurdle.
What was his
It's
reaction?
only after
What
doing a
was his
lot of
reaction?
research.
Your husband, how he reacted to it?
Um, well, look, I'm a because I'm one of those people who's always taken risks in life.
Okay.
Um, my my husband's first reaction was, "Are you mad?" Um, initially to start off with, and then he basically said to me, "Look, at the end of the day, you look into it, and if you think." You by all means, like he also decided to become supportive over, but his first reaction was, "You're crazy."
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So that's why that was the first hurdle that we had to go through as a family.
yeah,
Maybe after a month of starting the business, when he started seeing the potential of it,
yeah.
that he started going easy. But I think the first month he was even looking over my shoulder to see what I was doing, because he just did not trust it.
I know.
um, so I've done that. I've gotten over that, and then you've got to worry about, I guess, I'm not worried, but the second hurdle was the community you're in, and the friends
Yeah,
in your circle. um, they look at you like you've got two heads as well. But
yeah,
that's an easier hurdle and task. You just back off and just say, watch what I achieve. um, so that was the second hurdle. Apart from that, if like anything else, sometimes you do have things that you have to tackle in the business of sitting down, looking at what am I tackling, what am I advertising, for example.
yeah,
How am I gonna take it to my advantage and do the right thing, that sort of stuff. But
yeah,
that's something you learn, that's something you get better at. That's what everybody else is there for, to pick everybody else's brain, and so that you can share ideas and things like that. So once you do all that, you're fine. You just have to
yeah.
be a big girl or a big boy, and
Take
kick
action.
what you need to kick along and continue. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
look, it's not something it depends. It really depends. This business is for someone who you can coach and train.
Mm,
This business is for someone who's going to sit and listen. This business is for someone who's full of ideas and goes, what next, and how can I make this better?
exactly right.
um, but if you're somebody who's scared,
Yeah,
nah.
no,
um, if you're somebody who thinks going to work
yeah,
um, for double shifts and triple shifts for the rest of your life, um, if that's what you choose to do, then nah, it's not for you either.
exactly right.
um,
I'm glad that you
I
mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned about the training. Coachable. If you are a coachable, and if you are able to, gain knowledge, and the one thing I think everybody in our community agrees that the amount of support we have for each other, the amount of knowledge sharing we do 24/7, which automatically uplifts each and every one of us. Like, for example, Savit, we are doing Zoom call every week, with 5 6 people of us, talking about the business, how to grow, how to take it to the next level. And that's what I love about the business,
Yeah.
because I didn't knew 6 months before. I didn't knew few people year ago, but now they are like a family, you know. And by the way, Tara, if you are listening to us, you need to call us for the dinner, okay? That's in public now.
it's look, it's like I said, that's what I mean. It's become such a nice clique and such a nice family, and the group of us that are doing the Zoom call on a weekly basis. um it's become such a nice social group to
Exactly.
answer all our questions. I look forward to it. I really look forward to it. That's my Sunday ritual.
Yeah.
I look forward to that discussions of it's intelligent discussion. Um, it's definitely a lot of exploration. Um, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like I said to you, it's I'm coming like from a completely different career. I'm not even in the IT. I'm not
Yeah.
an IT guru. Um,
And that's what
and
I
like I
get
said,
a
I've
lot.
taught myself a lot.
Yeah. That's what I get a lot, from people that I'm not from IT, or I'm not tech savvy, or I don't know how to use computer properly, But I and they are the people, those who are on Facebook 24/7. And if you are scrolling
You don't
scrolling
need
through Facebook and Instagram,
all of
and you are telling me that you
anyone.
can't. Sorry, what?
Yeah. If there's anyone listening out there, you do not need to be computer savvy.
Yeah,
um you might get it wrong the once or twice, but you'll pick it up and run with it.
absolutely right.
um Nurse here, I'm a nurse. I'm telling you guys, this was not my the only thing I used social media for was to catch up with old friends and wish everyone a happy birthday.
Yeah,
um, but now I've discovered the potential and how powerful um, social media is in my
yeah,
own rights.
yeah.
When people used to tell me social media is powerful, I used to think they were talking about the news.
News, yeah.
um, you know what I mean?
Absolutely
So
right. No, you are
I've
absolutely
discovered
right.
it.
Yeah. Because For people, the social media, a few years ago, for people, social media was only posting pictures, posting videos, and talking to their friends and family, but now they need to realize that it's a big game, and the social platforms can be a money making machine, you know for people like us, those who are looking for an opportunity, you know and we just got a message from Nada. She's saying amazing interview, guys. Oh, thank you, Nada.
Thank you, Nada.
Yeah,
You know what? You have nothing to lose.
lose, yeah.
We only live life once,
Mm,
and guess what? We need to live it to the fullest.
mm,
I do not want to have any regrets when I'm if I live long enough to see my 80s and 90s. I don't want to have any regrets then about what I should have and could have done.
done, yeah.
Um, that's part of the reason. And truly, let me tell you, nursing is such a hard job. I
Very,
can't
yeah.
speak for any other industry. Nursing is such a hard job, and I am seeing people working longer and longer. They're not retiring at that 60 and 65 or whatever it is.
I,
I don't want that for myself.
yeah. No, you are absolutely right,
I do not
because
want that for myself.
I know it's very tough. The social work, the healthcare work job, being a nurse is tough mentally and physically both. And because I have seen people working very hard into this profession, and I really appreciate. They do it with 100%, 200% dedication. Without complaining, and they had to go through a lot of
Mm,
things which they never imagined, that this is what going to happen with them, but they are still doing their job you know
mm.
so Sewit, we are already, yeah, 35 minutes. You never know when you start talking, uh, so I say bye to everyone, I would like you to give one advice that.
I'm losing you again, Jackie. I'm losing you again.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's crackling.
Can you hear me now?
Try again. Very vaguely, but go on. I'll
Can
try.
you can you hear me now?
I
No?
can hear you now. Yeah,
Yeah. So
I can
before
hear
we
you now.
go,
Yeah.
yeah, before we go, one last advice you want to give everyone, that why they should take that first leap and start doing anything online.
Take a chance. Take a chance. And with the way our system is actually set up, the information is actually provided on a free webinar.
Yeah,
It's not something that you're going to pay for. It's free. Um, get in and have a shot.
yeah,
And check it out, because unless you go check it out, you will not know whether this is for you or not.
not.
Unless I checked it out when I did,
Mm,
um, I wouldn't have known this was for me, and I wouldn't have met all of you guys.
yeah, exactly
Yeah,
right.
I wouldn't have
Exactly right.
met all of you guys either. It,
Yeah,
I look. It's so nice, like I said, that I've discovered it. It's so nice that I've taken a chance, and it's also so nice because a lot of the time I do spend outside my close friends in Sydney is um, like I said, people who are thinking like me, and who want to discover the world, and
yeah,
we are aiming for big things, and I cannot do those big things that I want to do with my kids and my family, with just the Monday to Friday thing that I do.
mm,
It's you've got to take a chance. um
exactly.
so definitely do it. And I don't know about you, Jackie, but I also come from a family, I should say, that used to probably when I was 4 years old. School, school, school.
School.
Make sure you go to school. Make sure you go to university. Make sure you do a master's. Make sure you do a PhD. Um, and I've done all that. I've done the university. I've done the bachelor. I'm not telling you something that I have not tried. It's well and good to have a career. By all means, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm glad I have a career and I've had it. That's been really good for me. Paid all my bills for the last 18 years. But I want more. I want that flexibility. I don't
Ex-
want my kids to later tell me that they're not, that I wasn't there for their dance lessons and I wasn't there for this.
Yeah,
I want to be there for that as well. I want to be a good mother. I don't want to be that mother that abandoned my kids with them, with the after school care and daycare and all of that as well. So fair is fair. I want to be there to be, in all fairness, my wish, my dream is eventually, maybe in another 5 years, 6 years, I do want to be home, so that I can look after my mom,
absolutely.
and be there for my mom, and not just for the kids, but also for my mother. Um, so I want to be a good daughter. I want to be a good mother, and also I need to pay my bills and earn money as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So this is my way forward.
yeah. And you are right, because I can say this now loud and clear because this is the right time. And we have seen that a lot of people have lost their job now, you know. And I have been saying this from last 1 year that job security is an illusion. Okay, if you think that you
Mm,
are safe at your job and nothing's going to happen, that you are living a illusion life, because job security
absolutely.
is nowhere near you. You can lose the job anytime because I lost my full-time job just day before when I got into an
Yeah.
accident, you know
But look, um, at the end of the day, for those listening or not listening, whatever, I'm doing it. Everybody's doing it. There's a lot of us who are doing this. That's working for us. Feel free to just contact us and have a chat.
yeah,
I think we've always said in when we have our Zoom calls and stuff, if we can change the lives of 20, 30 people, hey, we're doing well.
yeah,
I might have a bit of entry to heaven. I've helped a bit of people around me. So if
absolutely.
if we can, why not? So shoot us an email, shoot me an email or whatever. We can chat to you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not an issue, but there's got to be more to life than just,
And Savit,
yeah. So
how
that's where I stand. That's what my value is.
yeah, how people can find you if they want to find you, how they can find you, what is the name of your business page they can go and find you?
Facebook. If
Yeah, Facebook
you want to
business
get onto
page.
Facebook, it's Sewit Mengisteab, my full name. You could definitely get in touch with me. And um, yeah, so get that's a starting off point where if you want
What
to
I'll
check
do
out
is
my
I will share
I
the
guess
link of your page. I will share the link of your page above on the description so they can find you easily. So anyone of you would like
in
to
touch.
talk to Savit, I will share the link and you can have a chat with her. And guys, it's pretty easy. Uh, if you really want to know about the business, the
Mm,
best thing is that you go and watch the free webinar. So you're not paying anything, go watch the webinar. And if you will not watch the webinar, you will never know that this is for you or not, as Savi already said, you know. So thanks for giving us your time,
yeah,
Savi. I know that it was not easy for you because you've been working and then you have to do your home work, looking
been a
after
pleasure.
the group. And we were on the Zoom
Thanks for
call.
having me, Jackie.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, Jackie. It's nice. It was nice. It was nice. Thank you so much.
my pleasure, my
I'll
pleasure.
talk to you soon.
Take care and I'll see you
All
soon
right.
as well.
See you
Okay.
later.
Bye bye.
All right. Take care.
Yes, guys. Thanks for coming and joining us. I hope that you enjoyed the conversation we had with Sewit. See, you never know, I just found out she been involved into being doing social work as well, because my own sister is into NGO back home in India. So this business is not about having a knowledge of computer or IT. It's all about you taking that first step and moving forward. So my last advice to you will be, just stick to the spirit of your ability. Okay, if you will stick to the spirit of your ability, you can achieve anything. Start believing in yourself. Okay, and if you would like to talk to me personally, you can do that as well. You can send me a personal message. I'm more than happy to get on a call with you one on one, and we can talk about, let's share our journey, because the social platform we have got right now, it gives us a lot of freedom and a lot of opportunities moving forward, and we need to start understanding that. Once we'll start understanding that, it can change the life around. It has definitely changed my life around, and has changed for a lot of other people as well. Bye bye from my end. This is Jackishan Sharma from Melbourne, Australia, coach, mentor, and an online entrepreneur. And I'll see you on the other side of the fence. Take care, and thanks everyone, those who joined today. Yasmin, uh, Kebdi, Nada, Christine, then we got Suniti, Tara, Sita, Roshin, Sophia, Shelly. Thanks for commenting, guys. Please share this. Let's spread the wisdom and make this a journey. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.